Cutting credit card size? It's no secret that we all carry some form of debt with us, whether it be student loans, car payments, or house loans. It can put a strain on your finances when things get tight. But what if there was something you could do about this? Hello everyone! Welcome to the Finance Wisdom channel. If you are new to this channel, do like and subscribe to this channel. In this video, we will discuss 7 tips on paying off credit cards effectively. Many people have credit card debt and don't know how to get out of it. But with a few simple steps, you can be on your way to becoming debt-free. So stay tuned and I'll share these tips with you. Number 7. Stop using your credit cards. Credit cards can be a valuable tool for managing your finances, but they can also be a source of stress and debt if you're not careful. If you're using credit cards to make ends meet or pay for unexpected expenses, it's time to stop. Using credit cards can quickly lead to a spiral of debt that becomes difficult to repay. Interest charges and late fees can add up, leaving you with a balance that grows larger every month. If you're struggling to keep up with your credit card payments, it's time to stop using your cards and get help from a financial advisor or credit counseling service. There are other options for financing your life and dealing with unexpected costs, and using credit cards should be a last resort. Number 6. Cancel unnecessary subscriptions and memberships. One way to save money is to cancel unnecessary subscriptions and memberships. This can be difficult as many companies make it difficult to cancel their services. However, it is crucial to be persistent in saving money. Here are some tips for canceling subscriptions and memberships. First, research the cancellation policy of the company. Many companies will require you to give notice a certain number of days in advance, so be sure to know their policy. Second, if possible, cancel the service online. This is often the easiest way to cancel, as you can simply follow the prompts on the website. Third, be polite but firm if you have to call the company. Explain that you would like to cancel your service and ask them to walk you through the process. Fourth, be prepared to provide your account information. The company will likely need your account number or other identifying information to cancel your service. Finally, keep a record of your cancellation. Once you have canceled a service, keep a record of it in case of any problems. This can include taking a screenshot of the cancellation confirmation page or saving a copy of the cancellation email. The number 5 tip on paying off credit cards effectively is to pay off high-interest debt first. If you're among the many Americans with credit card debt, you may wonder how to get rid of it as quickly as possible. One approach is to focus on paying off high-interest debt first. This strategy can save you money in the long run because you will accrue less interest on your remaining balance. Additionally, by paying off your debt with the highest interest rate first, you will be able to reduce your monthly payments and free up more money to put towards other debts. If you're struggling to make ends meet, there are a few options, such as consolidating your debt or speaking with a credit counselor. However, if you can make regular payments and want to get rid of your debt quickly, focus on paying off high-interest debt first. Number 4. Use a balance transfer credit card to consolidate your debt. You may consider a balance transfer if you're struggling to pay off multiple credit cards. This isn't always the best option, but it can be helpful in some situations. Here are a few things to keep in mind before you make a decision. First, be aware of any fees associated with the balance transfer. Some cards will charge a fee for the privilege, which can add up quickly. You'll also want to make sure that you can qualify for a zero interest rate. If not, you could pay more interest than you would have without the balance transfer. Second, remember that a balance transfer won't do anything to reduce your debt load. You'll still owe the same amount, but it will spread over several months. Make sure you plan to pay off the debt as quickly as possible. Otherwise, you could be in the same situation as before, just with different cards. If you're careful and do your research, a balance transfer can be a helpful tool for consolidating your debt. Make sure you understand all the terms and conditions before making a decision. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you like this video. Number 3. Negotiate a lower interest rate with your credit card company. Another tip for paying off credit cards is negotiating a lower interest rate with your credit card company. Here are a few tips to help you get started. Firstly, start by calling your credit card company and requesting a lower interest rate. Be polite and explain your financial situation. Secondly, if the first call doesn't work, try again. It may take a few attempts, but persistence is essential. Thirdly, you can also send a written request for a lower interest rate. Include your account number and contact information, and explain why you feel you deserve a lower rate. Finally, if you're not having any luck negotiating with your credit card company, you can always look for a new credit card with a lower interest rate. There are plenty of options, so don't be afraid to shop around. Remember, you have options when it comes to paying off credit cards, so don't be afraid to negotiate a lower interest rate with your credit card company. You can save yourself some money in the long run with a little effort. The number 2 spot in paying off credit cards effectively is paying more than the minimum monthly payment. A critical factor in maintaining a good credit score is making payments on time. Another factor is paying more than the minimum payment each month. Doing this will reduce the amount of interest you pay over the life of the debt and also pay off the debt more quickly. There are a few different ways to go about this. One option is to make a larger payment each month. Another option is to make 2 monthly payments, one at the beginning of the billing cycle and one at the end. Whichever method you choose, budget so you don't miss a payment. Making more than the minimum monthly payment is essential to develop if you want to maintain a good credit score. Number 1. Evaluate your spending habits and find ways to cut back. Many people find that their spending habits get out of control. This can be especially true when it comes to using credit cards. If you're struggling to pay off your credit cards, here are a few tips that may help you get your spending under control. First, take a close look at your spending patterns. Where are you spending the most money? Are there any areas where you could cut back? For example, try cooking at home more often if you find that you're eating out a lot. Or, if you find that you're buying a lot of unnecessary items, try to be more mindful about your purchases. Second, create a budget and stick to it. When you know exactly how much money you have to spend each month, it will be easier to stay on track. Include all of your regular expenses, such as rent or mortgage payments, in your budget. Then, once you know how much money you have left over, you can allocate it accordingly. By taking these steps, you can get your credit card debt under control and start fresh. Congratulations on making it through this comprehensive guide on how to pay off your credit cards. We hope you feel more empowered and motivated to take control of your financial future. Remember, there is no right way to tackle this challenge. Everyone's situation is unique, but by following the tips outlined in this video post, you are taking a big step in the right direction. Good luck and stay strong! Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Thank you and goodbye.